So I'm Camille Gamboa, and I'm on the communications team at Sage Publishing over here on this side of the pond. And today I'm going to share about a project that I'm kind of in the middle of, but hoping to get some feedback from you all. So in our discussions about enabling social and behavioral science to make an outside impact, broader impact, there are often some questions that we come back to, including how much do social and behavioral science researchers actually care about making outside impact, especially those working within the university setting, and then what might incentivize them to care. So this was shared last year, actually, at FU. At least within political science, it seems that one challenge is that career incentives alone don't sufficiently encourage the type of engagement that would bring about outside impact. I suspect, though, it probably goes beyond political science as well. So late last year, with the help of an awesome advisory committee, some of whom are here at FU, Sage ran a survey amongst social and behavioral scientists to dive into some of these questions a bit directly. We're kind of saying the quiet part out loud or asking the quiet questions online through a survey. And we had more than 3,000 respondents to the survey, most of which came from the university setting. They came from 117 different countries, a big chunk coming from the US, the next from the UK, and then India with 114 other countries as well. And then just to give you an idea as far as point in career is concerned, 55% received PhDs before 2011, 37% in the last decade or so, and then 8% weren't working towards a PhD. So the full findings of the survey will come out in a white paper later this year, but to whet appetites a little bit, I thought I would share some headlines today. And this is really new and raw, so yeah, you're the first to see. So first, when asked, how important is it that research is valued and or applied outside of academia? About 83% claimed that it was important or very important to themselves. And about 68% thought that it was important or very important to their peers. So we see a drop there. 64% felt that it was important to the leadership at their institution. Yeah, so we see that the most of our respondents did think that outside impact really mattered to themselves personally, but weren't as confident that others felt that way. When asked if they agreed with this statement, ultimately the goal of research is to make a positive impact on society. About 93% agreed or strongly agreed for themselves personally, while 77% felt their peers agreed or strongly agreed, and 70% felt that the leadership at their institution agreed or strongly agreed. When asked if they agreed with this statement, ultimately the goal of research is to build upon the existing literature and or enable future research. About 90% agreed or strongly agreed for themselves personally. So this is just a slight drop from the statement about making societal impact, but a pretty big drop when it comes to agreeing strongly. Then about 85% felt that their peers agreed or strongly agreed, which is an increase from the statement about societal and social impact. And 73% felt that the leadership at their institution agreed or strongly agreed. When asked if they agreed with this statement, ultimately, the goal of research is career advancement. About 55% agreed or strongly agreed for themselves personally, which is a big drop from the 93% we saw when talking about social impact. But about 76% felt that their peers agreed or strongly agreed, which is a lot more than people claim for themselves. And 69% felt that the leadership at their institution agreed or strongly agreed with this. And then when asked how institutions reward efforts to make outside impact, about 36% said through tenure and promotion, which was, our largest percentage out of 100. It's not that many. Then 32% said not at all. And then within kind of the 30% range or so, we saw rewards of awards, funding, and resources for research. So again, we see that respondents didn't really think much about the reward systems from their institutions. The survey explored a lot more, including how impact factor and journal reputation factor in, what percentage of SBS researchers make time to ensure research makes outside impact, and what they actually do with that, what those efforts look like. And then sort of a different topic, but I think one that matters quite a bit to those of us who communicate about the social and behavioral sciences as a whole, to policymakers or to funders, et cetera. We asked how many of these researchers actually consider themselves to be social scientists or behavioral scientists or even scientists themselves, which is kind of an interesting finding. So more to come in the white paper that will come out later this year when we have the time to sit down and write it. So watch this space and let me know if you have any thoughts or questions. Thank you.